What's going on, world? Welcome to another episode of the show about nothing podcast. Your boy June and that boy Izzy P, Izzyphatasmo. He back in the saddle with his Bengals gear. He back in him team won, so him back in the saddle. So he back in the saddle. He back in the jungle now.
I've been in the jungle. What you talking about?
Man, you got the Bengals at back. You wasn't Bengals. You had the flag in the back with the Tampa's of Buccaneers. How much did the pirate pay for his movie ticket? $1 in ear.
Wow. So corny, but so that's a good dad joke right there.
Dad joke. Yo, man. Question, bro.
What's up?
It's a Friday night, right?
Okay.
You just got off work. You're chilling at the crib by yourself. You got the whole crib to your house to yourself.
Okay.
You could pick up 3 items: a dinner, a snack, and a beverage. What are you picking up?
Ooh, we doing this right now?
That's what we're doing.
Oh, damn.
Because we were snacking before the show started. So where we at? Where we at?
Friday night. Well, for me, it would be Saturday night because, like, my Saturday.
What the hell?
What the? What did you press?
I didn't press anything.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't me. Izzy, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. Where'd this come from?
I don't know, but keep talking.
The celebratory right now. They're celebrating because the Bengals are back. But we will
back to the question.
Okay, so like I said, so it'd be pretty much like Saturday because Saturdays are like technically my Fridays with my work schedule or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so Saturday. It depends, right? Like if I'm getting off early.
Remember, you got the whole crib to yourself.
Oh, that's right.
Whole crib to your crib. Family out of town. Izzy got the whole casa to his house, to himself. What you doing? Dinner, snack, beverage.
Ooh, okay. So if it's just me by myself on a Saturday night, I'm going to do something special. Something I've never had. A New York strip. Salad on the side.
Okay.
New York strip with salad on the side. That's the dinner.
But are you turning on the grill for this, or are you gonna cast iron skillet sear it? Are you gonna cook it on the cast iron? Because I mean, I'm a monster on the skillet, man. Like, yo, you see how your boy get down.
Skillet. I got like the I got like this like skillet type of like it's kind of like a skillet thing that we be cooking sometimes on. So cast iron skillet. That New York strip with the salad on the side.
Okay.
The drink of choice. If I wanted to get my beverage on, if I wanted to get my drinky drink on, go with the Orchard, the Angry Orchard. The Angry Orchard. Just for this one-time occasion. Or if I want to just play safe, cool, and simple, give me a nice glass of A&W root beer with a scoop of ice cream in it as a float.
Okay. My man doing a float. Okay.
Yes,
What's the snack on the side? What's the dessertish item for when you're gaming it up? What you doing? What you got? What you wrapping up the night with?
If I'm gaming it up, Gotta have
in the night after the dinner.
gotta have some of this right here, some pico brittle, or the All American Classic, the sunflower seeds.
Oh, okay. Now for me, Friday night, it like I said, depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Got the crib to the self.
Yes, sir.
I may go ahead and get that 10-piece hot lemon pepper from the Wingstop.
Woo. I was thinking, you know what's funny?
Hot lemon pepper. Like I said, 10-piece hot lemon pepper.
You know what's funny though? I
What's
was
up?
about to say wings.
I see.
I was gonna say wings, but I was like, you know what? Let's do something different. Because I always go for wings, but I was like, let me just do something different.
I want something quick, but then I mean, like I said, if I'm going beverages though, because I'm a beverage guy, like I may pick up a 6-pack of the vanilla porter from Breckenridge. Get that, and like snack wise, if I'm snacking it up,
Yeah.
can't go wrong with the caramel popcorn. I told you we got the snacks on deck.
Yeah, he got the Werthers.
Yeah, that's how I'm doing tonight, man. Like get it. Now I'm not a 6-pack crusher, but if I'm kicking back and they ice cold, I like to drink them. I'm probably knock out by two of them. Not gonna get a good 2 of them.
He gonna knock out 2 of them porters. Oh my goodness.
Maybe 3, depending on, because if I start eating early when I get home, drink one. See, I space my beverages. I space them out. So I space them out. I start off with one. I chill for a little bit, then drink another one. Right before I go to bed, I drink another. So all of it. So and talk about the best sleep of your life. Whoo, you feel awake, feel refreshed. But normally I just tap out at 2. But if I'm drinking 2, hey man, talk about a good night's sleep. Be that mug nice and toasty. Now it's getting cold too, man. Turn the heat on, get in the blanket, wake up, it be Sunday. It's the whole weekend.
This man right here said he gonna turn up. He gonna take 2 or 3 and then turn the heat on.
I mean, depending on how cold it is outside. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like you acting you never had the vanilla porter from Breckenridge. They're from Colorado too, so I'm saying. So like that's a good tasty joint right there. That's a good one.
He said that's a good time.
It's a good time, man. Getting something for Thanksgiving, man. Right around the corner. Thanksgiving right around the corner, man. But you say you had a question, man. Where you at? What we talk? You say you had a
I got a question because you brought up a very interesting thing. Today, the college football playoff bracket is coming out today.
Yep. That's what I heard.
All right. Here's the question I gotta ask you, my boy. And I want you to be completely honest with me.
Okay.
So we all know about the shenanigans that has happened with the University of Michigan, correct?
Yep.
And we have also, been fully aware of, how things have kind of been shaking out. You've been getting the updates left and right about like what's happening and like what could go on, how the investigation is. We talked about this last week.
Yep.
So currently, let me go ahead and pull this up real fast because I feel like the people need to hear me out. Okay, so as of right now, as it stands, the AP top 25 round out like this. At number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Michigan. Number 3, Ohio State. Yep. Number 4, Florida State. Number 5 is Washington, and number 6 is Oregon. Right? So those are the 6 teams right now.
Right.
With everything going on right now with Michigan, do you believe that Michigan should have a shot to play in the college football playoffs? Or do you think they even make the first bracket prediction?
Whoa. I'm glad you said that. Breaking news: Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh will face punishment for the NFL over stealing scandal. Oh, man, it's we just started stuff coming out. But
Wait,
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you right now.
hold on. Hold on.
As soon as I get on the book of the face of books, there you go. Know how legit that source is, but anyway, I put it like this: all biases aside, in the allegiance to Ohio State, I put it this way:
Put
if
your now you got to put your biases to the side
I
for a
put it this
second.
way, if it's proven that they cheated, since they say it ain't even alleged no more, it goes back till 2020. You know what I mean? It goes back. So it's like if it goes back that far and they can prove it now, I'm like, you should be punished. You shouldn't be able to get scathed by like, yo, we cheated, guys. Hey, let us in, let us in. But if you legit cheated, you you don't deserve to be in a position with because you wouldn't be there if you did not cheat. And it
Right.
goes back to what I said before everything came out. I came on this podcast and accepted defeat against them. I accepted it. Okay, y'all beat us. Better team won. Cool. But then when you hear the cheat, oh, could you have beat it if y'all didn't have our sign? Did you not? If you didn't, did that's the question. But should they be ranked in the? Because the NCAA they move slow, they
They
move
do move
slow,
slow.
and they said the Big Ten can get involved. And I'm sitting back like this. It's one of them things where I look back like, yo, you got to do something. This is the dude bought tickets in his own name, all this stuff. Like you can't like, all right, what do you do now? Like you got to do something. Like November is tomorrow.
Ooh, that is
We
true.
got
It is tomorrow.
and we got 3 games until the game.
Right.
So I'm like, if I'm Ryan Day, I'm getting ready to unleash hell in that game. Like, yo, I don't know what he need to tell Kyle McCord. Hey, get your shit together. But I'm saying for the fact of all these other teams, because they're proving that they tried to steal TCU signs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like what I read the report last week, he actually bought. It was actually matter of fact, it came out after we did our show. Literally, the report came after we did our show. Like a day later, there was a report that came out saying that supposedly Mr. Stallions bought tickets to go see teams that that were supposedly going to be playing Michigan or like be a college football playoff contender.
Right.
And I said last week that the only way that TCU was able to pretty much play the way that they were able to play versus Michigan is because they had no ability to do what they did versus all the other Big Ten teams. Well, apparently, I was like that news came out after we did the show, and it threw me for a loop.
I mean, like, I just feel like I say, man, like, and I say this respectfully. As an
Respectfully,
Ohio State fan, if it was vice versa, because everybody trying to team of North fan, they trying to throw the reverse back to you card quick. Your team is on the grill right now.
mm-hmm.
If it was Ohio State, as a fan, like yo, if we cheated, we cheated. Hey, if it is, hey, we deserve to be punished.
Of course, like
Like I say, for 8 years of beating, for 8 some odd years, maybe more. I mean, 8 straight years of whooping y'all behind. And it would have been more if the Panini season didn't jump off. You feel me? It probably would have been more.
the Panini season. I still can't get over you saying that.
You see, you feel me? It's like I feel like I cool, I get it, but I feel like those 2 wins don't really. If it's proven that y'all cheated, not just us, all the other teams you beat are a flaw. So you can't really sit here and say this and say all teams do it but all teams don't get caught. All teams don't get caught buying tickets to Big Ten games, the Big Ten games in their own name. It's like, come on. And I don't, of course, they probably may throw them in the bracket, but I feel like it is what it is. At this point, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. So it's like, can't really cry with spilled milk right now. You can't really say, all right, what they're going to do. So, like, it really don't matter to me right now until the NCAA, the Big Ten does something like.
Right.
I want them to get all the way to the big game, not just the game, a national halfway to a game, and then get shown out and get did like TCU did.
Right.
You know what TCU got happened to against Georgia. So imagine if, look, I'm embarrassed for him, man. I'm embarrassed for you for cheating. You should be ashamed of yourself. And it's not like it's an Ohio State hate thing. It's like you cheated other teams too. So you probably couldn't have beat them if you did it. And
this man is snacking while delivering his rant of the day.
I'm gonna say this.
What do you have?
Because this is how I feel about this. I'm speaking as a Big Ten fan. I'm gonna say this. What I'm about to show you proves that they're not those guys.
Okay.
What this shirt say? What this joint say? 4 in a row.
Big Ten champions, 4 in a row.
Till you can show me something like this, y'all wins are flawed. Y'all wins are flawed. Y'all cheated. And it's not just a Big Ten thing. Y'all, it is a Big Ten thing because y'all cheated to beat all these other teams. So it's like I said, it's like saying if Izzy plays baseball and they found out for 8 years, for the 8 years he played, 4 of those years he was on steroids. He was hitting home runs like a madman. He had like 6 home runs in a game. Every time he stepped up, it was a home run.
I don't know if that's possible to go 6 for 6. Like it's
the same to the story. There's bad with this. You know what I'm saying? You have a game where you hit 6 of them things, or a week where you had 6 home runs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You just go off.
Okay.
It's like, yo. And it's nothing to be drug tested about. I mean, I wouldn't say you get drug tested for I hit. And not like it's 3 in a row like that. It ain't like an AJ Brown thing. Yo, this drug test is full. It ain't like one of them like, oh, you're getting an occasion where you just knocking them out of a season like this dude is. Do you win
so you randomly just get on a heater, pretty much.
Yes. So like now you're like, yo, from 2000 for the 8 years, the last 3 years, something ain't right. Let's go back and figure out what's going on. And they found that you was taking steroids. The doctor snitched. I was giving him steroids and he was on this and blah, blah, blah. Oh, so it's like, are you really a great? Are you really considered one of the greats now? I mean, you're great, but I doubt for 3 of those years, you was on some stuff. So it's like, and then again, they didn't get good until those 2 years they beat us. I mean, those 2 years they beat Ohio State, they was like, all right, y'all got, because for the previous time, y'all wasn't that great. Y'all wasn't even in the conversation. So I'm like, then go back to the playoff thing, because I want to talk about some more stuff. I don't think they should be ranked high if they even in there. I don't think they should be in there right now until this stuff gets figured out.
So here's my question. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington, Oregon. That's the top 6. And then you got Texas, Alabama, Penn State, and Oklahoma rounding out the top 10. If Michigan was to get dropped, let's say hypothetically speaking, until this investigation gets figured out and whatever, the NCAA, they decide that Michigan, until you are proven innocent and until everything is settled and whatever, out of Washington, Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Penn State, and Oklahoma, who's getting in? Like who's jumping in that spot?
I mean, if I
Like,
gotta be,
it would have to be rearranged. Georgia, then Ohio State, and then Florida State. Who's jumping in the 4 spot?
I gotta go with Texas because I think Texas is still good. I think they lost that one game to Oklahoma, and that was anybody's game because they were both undefeated at the time. I feel like if Texas could squeeze in, I think they could. I want to see what they can do. You know what I mean? I mean, like,
Honestly, I think I look at how the rankings are right now, and I look at how teams play. I really like what Washington is doing right now. Like I get the whole thing of like Texas and how they've been playing. And it was a close loss that they took to Oklahoma. But if we're talking in the eyes of like what the committee's looking at, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and Florida State and Washington, they're all undefeated right now. They're 8-0. Texas, along with Oregon, Alabama, Penn State, and Oklahoma, they're all 7-1. They got a one loss. They have one loss on their record. Now, Oklahoma, I will say this: they did lose a pretty big one to Kansas. It was like a stunner, so I could see them missing. They'll probably be like maybe the 5th or 6th one in. They'll probably be number 5 or 6 by the end of the season. Texas will probably squeak up to 5, maybe 4, depending on how the rest of the season pans out for like Michigan or Ohio State or Florida State or maybe even Washington.
right?
But in my eyes, I would like to see Washington in. I think they would be a fun team to watch in the playoffs. But I could see Texas getting in there as well. And the whole thing with Michigan is like I look at the situation right now, and it's just like there's one thing after, and there's like more information just dropping left and right. And the one thing that we were asking was like, yo, who dropped the information? Like who said something about this? And supposedly it was a former it was like an alumni of Michigan, someone that was on the board that
Right.
said something about this. So it's like you have an inside source who's connected to the school that kind of dropped the ball and was like, yo, like this is kind of going on right now. And like, again, for not only the NCAA, but for the Big Ten to put out statements saying that there's going to be an active investigation in Michigan right now with everything that's going on, that tells you that there's a really serious factor into this. Now, what I asked, that's a hypothetical. And we won't know exactly until like the college football playoff, the bracket drops today, and we see exactly how everything shakes out. But if it was up to me, and I know you would agree, Michigan wouldn't be in the conversation as of right
now. Now, like I say, now I put this: if it was one of the situations where they did, like I said, we wouldn't be having this conversation if something didn't come out. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like old dude from Detroit who played for them. What's his name? Hutchinson. Like, yo, man, this is not a big deal, man. This party's gonna get swept. It's people like that. That's how you know somebody cheating. Like, do for that, it's just gonna get swept under the rug. It's not a big. That's how you know somebody. Only a cheater will say, yo, man, nobody would have said nothing. Nobody would have. That's how you know somebody cheated.
Wait. Who said what?
Aiden Hutchinson said, I'm paraphrasing, but like pretty much along the line, say, yo, man, it's not really a big deal. It would have just got swept under the rug if nobody really say nothing. But it's around them words, around that. So I'm like, see, it's stuff like that, and I say stuff, and it's like that to me. All right, bro, I see where you at. I see where y'all at. I get you got to ride for your team, and you're not going like not ride for your team. Like, yo, even if they wrong, I get it. But in the same token, I'm like, bro, you if you cheated, you can't brag about it. Exactly. You know what I mean? The boy.
Matter of fact, I was actually looking back at some of the posts and whatever, and there was a report that said that Connor Stallions reportedly bragged about his relationships with Michigan coaches in text messages and wrote a 550 to 600-page Michigan manifesto master plan for the program.
Bruh, let me tell you something.
So talk about like, kind of keeping things quiet. Again, if the word hadn't been put out, then maybe we wouldn't have this conversation and everybody would think Michigan finally came on the up and up. But all this information has come out and it's been coming out consistently. You have to kind of question what the move is going to be from Michigan and like how this is going to affect them. Now, they're still playing ball, they're still winning their games, but now is there going to be a cautious side? Is there going to be like is there going to be a thing of like, like how are teams going to approach Michigan now, knowing that they probably could have gotten?
I heard Ryan Day, they switched all their signs up, so they already got their stuff ready for that.
Oh, they switched everything up?
Yeah, I read something like that like a few days ago. But I just look at it like I feel bad for the teams that they demolished, that they steamrolled. Like, yo, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, to sit here and say that a team can't be good. A team can't be good. There's college, there was like, Clemson was good until Trevor Lawrence left.
And ATN.
And like
and T. Higgins.
Like Clemson, they were good.
Clemson was solid.
And so once they left, that team wasn't as good as they were before when he had them pieces.
Right.
So all right. So a team with the right pieces can be a monster.
Right.
And it's like, oh, snap. And it's like, can they be that team? All biases aside, yes. You know what I mean? Yes, they can. But for the simple fact, like, you steamroll teams. I'm talking about you didn't have to work for a win and win all season. That was just bullying people.
Yeah.
Ohio State works for they earned every win.
Boy, what?
It's like
Ohio State grinded out every.
It's like, and I tell people this, and I'm gonna go back. I'm like I said, if any other team had the exact same schedule, especially Ohio State, because people, I don't know why they hate. I don't know who they hate more, Bama or Ohio State. But if they had the exact same schedule, we would not hear the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, Ohio State ain't beating nobody. They're beating such and such teams. They're beating high school teams. Like, ain't nobody saying nothing about it. And now nobody's questioning anything. But I'm just saying, if it proves it's already out there. And like I said, it's not about Ohio State. It's about the Big Ten. It's about the team they cheated to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And Team Up North fans, jump in the comments. We got time. I'm just saying, if it was another team, if it was Ohio State, y'all be saying the same thing. Every Ohio State fan is saying right this moment, y'all be saying the same thing.
Exactly.
Y'all be saying the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Tell me when I'm lying. Tell me when I'm lying, because if I'm lying, I'll shut up. Because y'all know y'all would. Y'all know y'all be saying the exact same thing. But it's almost college playoff season, man. Like, are you excited?
Man, like what? Bro, like we're about to find out who's going to be in the top 4 right now and who's going to be the first 2 to miss. So here's my question to you. Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida State, Washington, and Oregon, top 6. Who makes top 4? Who's the first 2 out?
I think just how you called it, it's going to be Georgia 1, Ohio State 4.
Ohio State number 4?
Yeah, I'm going with no, I would say 3. No. 3, then Michigan 2, Then Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Florida State. That's how I go. Then the last two, I would put Oregon and I just gotta do. I gotta throw Texas in there. Somehow Texas sneaks in. Somehow, some way they sneak in.
So they're gonna be in the New Year's Day bowls type situation.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I like that. I kind of like that. So I think it's gonna
now, hold on. Now, I'm just saying, for fun, if you got Georgia, Ohio State on this side,
Ooh.
I think you know I'm about to go with this.
Oh Lord, are we?
You got Team Up North versus like Oregon or somebody at Texas on this side.
Okay.
You already know the big money paid show I want to see.
Uh-oh.
Like I said, if that could happen, and you got Ohio State versus Team Up North in the Natty, gold pants, not even gold pants, diamond pants if you get that win. I'm like, yo, Ryan Day, can I take these? Let me get some down, put some diamonds in these pants, man. But that 10 out of 10, that probably ain't gonna happen. 10 out of 10, Team Up North may get. Cause they're gonna be on the ropes because like now you're like, yo, you gotta play now. You really gotta play now. Like,
all right. Okay. So let's see. So
but then again, for wishful thinking, Texas versus Ohio State would be great for me too. That'd be the one. Yeah, I'll be like, yo, I'm neutral that game. I'm just gonna watch it for the sport.
nope. You gotta pick one.
I'm neutral on that game.
You gotta pick one.
I don't think I could.
You gotta pick one.
Because
you gotta ride for one team. You gotta ride for one side.
I don't know if I can, bro.
Yes, you can.
Like, it's like picking your favorite kid. And I ain't even got kids.
So I'm gonna say Georgia goes 1. I'm gonna say Ohio State sneaks 2.
Okay, I give you that.
I'm gonna go Florida State 3. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Florida State 3, and I'm gonna go Washington 4. I'm gonna say Michigan barely misses out.
Okay.
I think with everything kind of going on right now, now that's just me that's just me kind of putting it out there. But in reality, I think it's gonna go Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State. I think that's how it's gonna go.
Could we get the 2000 and what year was that? 2000. What year was that national? No, that was Miami. That was Miami.
Which one? The 2014 national title game?
No. It was Ohio State versus Florida State, or was it?
It was Ohio State versus Oregon.
No. I'm talking about before the college football playoff joint. I'm talking about way back.
Oh,
I think who was that? Cause Ohio State was it Florida State or was it Miami? It was one of them schools. I'm like, yo, that'd be a crazy rematch. To see that again, like, yo.
The thing is, Miami's not even ranked right now.
No, they never win. They ain't been good since the turnover chain.
Yeah, once the turnover chain got put in the locker, it was like, oh well.
Yeah, we ain't using that no more, man.
But, bro,
what's up?
Can we talk about it?
What we talking?
Can we talk about it?
Talk about it.
Can we talk about it?
What we got? What you talking? Go ahead. You got.
Can we talk about now? Earlier in the season, you all saw a little bit of a change in decor. You saw the flag and you saw the jersey, and you're like, "What's going on? Is he jumping ship? Is he leaving the jungle?" And I said, "No, I ain't leaving nothing. I just need to see something. I needed to see that consistency." At the time, the Bengals were 1-3. They needed to win 2 games straight to go into the bye week 3-3.
Yep.
And the Bengals ended up winning the next 2 games, going 3-3 into the bye week. They beat the Cardinals in Arizona by 14.
And correction, that was Ohio State versus Miami.
Ohio State versus Miami. Okay.
Cause I thought it was Florida State. That would have been
now Ohio State versus Florida State would be a crazy matchup.
And that national championship was 2002.
Ooh.
Malcolm Jenkins was on that roster that year.
Ooh.
Was he? No, I think was it 2000? No, 2003. I'm sorry. Yeah. I think Michael Jenkins was on that roster that year. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, like I'm saying, the Bengals, they beat the Cardinals in Arizona by 14. And then they beat the Seahawks at home in a very tightly contested, defensive game, like 17-13. You got the bye week, and then you go to the Bay Area. You go to San Francisco. You're playing against the 5-2 San Francisco 49ers. There's no Debo, but you got Christian McCaffrey. You got Brandon Ayuk, Ray McLeod, George Kittle. They still got weapons on the offense. Then you got Nick Bosa, Kinlaw, you got Wafanga. Like, you got dogs on the defense. And leading up to this game, reports were saying that Joe Burrow was making the claim that his calf injury was done. He was 100%. And a lot of people were asking, they were speculating, they were wondering, are the Bengals going to be back? Nick Wright even said, like, this is a game the Bengals have to win. If they don't win here, they're done.
Yep.
I watched that game from start to finish. And I saw the Cincinnati Bengals literally become the literally they were the Bengals that I remembered.
Look,
I'm like the 2021, 2022 season where they were moving Chase in and out the slot, where you saw Joe Burrow actually evading sacks. Like Joe Burrow, there was a third and 10 in the first quarter that they had to get. They had to convert this 3rd and 10. Joe Burrow backs up in the pocket. Pocket's starting to collapse. He breaks out. You got Greenlaw or Kinlaw. He grabs onto him. He misses. Then you got Bosa that grabs him by the jersey. You see Joey Burrow hit the stiff arm, push him down. Alex Kappa with a clean block to help Joe break away. He gets around the edge, sees T. Higgins go towards the sideline. Hufanga making a beeline towards Burrow, throws a dart, hits T. Higgins on the outside just clean enough to where Higgins can get it. He catches it, turns, gets upfield just enough to where he can stretch the ball past the marker and get the first down. You saw Joe Burrow escaping the pocket on quarterback draws, getting the first down. You saw him using his legs. He was way more comfortable in the pocket, making tight window throws. And I mean, he threw into some really crazy tight windows.
man.
Like he hit Tyler Boyd on a crossing route with 2 defenders on him, and he hit him.
Just go with it, man. Just go with it.
You see him hit him square in the chest in between 2 defenders. And I look at this team and I see them going into Levi Stadium and they go up 14-3 on San Francisco. Now, granted, they left like 10 points going into halftime, but the defense kept a high-powered offense. It's like the Niners to just 10 points in halftime. The Bengals would then get those 10 points that they left in the first half. They would get them back, go up 24-10. They would let the Niners get 1 more touchdown. McCaffrey had 2 on the day, but that was it.
Look,
They forced 3 turnovers on Brock Purdy, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Joe Burrow went, if I'm correct, Joe Burrow went 28 to 32, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the day.
I got a question.
What's up?
I feel like I didn't see that. I didn't see this coming at all I didn't see that coming from the Niners at all. I feel like, yo, man, what's going on with the Niners? Like, I feel like Brock Purdy had what's that game they got annihilated in? Who they played last week?
The Vikings?
Yeah, that game. He had it. I'm like, yo, he played like Jalen Hurts played the week before.
You know what?
And with this game, I thought he gonna have a bounce back game because the Eagles had their bounce back game. Okay, they had their bounce back game versus the Commanders.
That game, I had to come back on that game.
And no switching gears. What AJ Brown did in that game, that man is a different kind of athlete. That's a different, like that guy is a different. I don't know. He must be made out of vibranium. He got to be an X-Man. Him and Jalen Hurts, they got to be mutants or something because them guys are just, I don't know. But going back to Brock Purdy and them, we're going to go back to my Eagles though. But I'm like, I didn't expect them to lose. I'm like, all right, they got this one. I'm like, but they didn't have that. I'm like, yo, what the hell?
I'm gonna say this. I was when I saw that Brock Purdy had entered concussion protocol when he had entered the concussion protocol the day after the Vikings game, because reports were saying that he was feeling the symptoms of a concussion on the flight back to San Francisco.
Right.
So he goes in concussion protocol.
Oh yeah, he did. They did. People are like, yo, how did he get out of concussion protocol so
quickly? Yeah. And then there's a point in the game where Trey Hendrickson and I think BJ Hill and Trey Hendrickson, they both come up and they kind of like tackle. They kind of come up on the tackle and they hit Brock Purdy low, and you see Brock Purdy fall backwards and he hits his head hard. Like you see him hit his head on the turf, and he immediately grabs the back of his helmet.
Kind of like Tua.
Mm-hmm. But he finished the game out. And I'm looking at it and I'm like at first I was questioning like, yo, I don't like how this is gonna. I don't like this. You know, Brock is not himself right now. Like, you know, I was kind of concerned that we would possibly see a Tua Tagovailoa situation in San Francisco, but he looked solid for the most part until he knocked his head. Now, I don't know if we could say that that's what happened to him, that maybe that's why he wasn't playing all that well. But, you know, the fact that the Bengals defense, you know, literally this was complimentary football in that we were watching live. Like the defense held the 49ers to just 17 points. The offense was clicking on all cylinders. Like they were moving the ball flawlessly. Joe Mixon had 16 carries for about 87 yards, had a touchdown on his name. Jamar Chase had 10 receptions for about 100 yards. Like T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, they both got their touches. The ball was being like spread around evenly. It was just like you could see it. You could see that this Bengals team right here, the team that a lot of people started to doubt. A lot of people were saying like this team wasn't gonna make the playoffs. This was a team that people, when they saw Joe Burrow struggling, they were like, oh, he's overpaid, he's overhyped, you know, he wasn't worth that deal and yada yada. When really he was just dealing with a calf injury. He's fully healthy now. He's moving around in the pocket well. He's comfortable in the pocket. He's getting the ball to his receivers. They're scheming up the offense to how it's supposed to be. if this team is healthy, if this team can stay healthy going down in this next stretch of the season, because if I'm correct, let me check their schedule real quick.
And why you checking that? Like, he believe the season. I mean, we midway. This is week 8.
Week 9.
Yeah, we had the trade deadline. We had week 9. It's like, yo, bro, like this is like we had the season almost over.
About halfway.
Like we almost halfway through the season. Like
oh wait, that is this Sunday night, the Bengals and the Bills.
You gonna be glued to the TV?
You know what? I am, but this is gonna be. I'm gonna be glued to the TV because I want to see, because we saw what the Bengals did to the Bills in the playoffs, right? We saw what happened when they went to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
This is my thing, though. The last time that the Bills and the Bengals had a Sunday night game, you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
It's a year. It's going to be a year that incident happened. And here's the thing. The man that happened to has yet to step on the field.
I thought they said he was back.
He hasn't played.
Shoot,
He's been inactive.
I wouldn't play either. Shoot, man, look.
Hold on, wait. Let me, because let me see. Where is he at? Here he is. He hasn't played not one game this season. He has not played at all. And this was a man that was a shoo-in. He was a lock. Like, people were saying that as soon as DeMar Hamlin stepped on the field, he was going to be comeback player of the year, without a doubt. I'm looking at his stats right now. Nothing. I'm looking at the Sunday game versus the London games versus Miami and versus Jacksonville. Nothing.
Don't lie, I'll be terrified. I know how people be like, yo, people get into these big hellacious incidents, get attacked by a shark, get all these big events. They go back out there and like never stop living your dream.
Right.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm in a situation I'll be hesitant to go back out on the field. Like, you know, he lost his life and came back. God got a high purpose for you, my boy. I don't think I would have PTSD just stepping on the football field. I was like, I don't know about this. Just any hints of like, I'll be so terrified. I'll be like, I want to go back and play, but I just don't know.
Yeah, and no, I get that, and you know, I'm not saying that him not playing is him being nervous to play.
No, me neither. Me neither. I'm just saying. I'm
just saying though, like, this is going to be the Sunday night game versus the Bills. This is going to be like literally a year removed from that incident happening. And like when the Bills and the Bengals played each other last year, we were getting close to the playoffs. Like, this was like winner here could possibly like determine who's the number 2 seed or the number 1 seed.
And that's I still don't like how people acting about it. This game is too important. A man just died on the field. Y'all niggas talk about a goddamn game.
Yeah, like I wasn't with it. After the game had gotten called, right? And everything was kind of like playing out the way it was playing out. I spoke to a couple of Bills fans afterwards. And like literally after the game, like there was a Twitter space that I hopped on, and it was a bunch of Bills fans that we were talking to each other, and I heard this consensus. Basically, everybody was saying the same thing. They're like, look, we don't care about the number 1 seed right now. We don't care about playoff seeding. We don't care at all right now. Like, the only thing that we care about right now is if he's going to be okay. And let me tell you, bro, Like that shook, literally, that shook the entire, it shook everybody. Like it shook me up. I was like, bro, like
Because
how?
I was watching the game, like I was watching it. I kept clicking back and forth, I'm like, oh, because my cousin, she does that kind of work where she works on ambulance. She does that work. She's like, yeah, if we out there that long, it's never good. It's like she hit us up in the chat like, yeah, it's real. Like she's like, if we ever out there for that long, it's really bad. Like we trying to get you back. Like, oh damn. So she has experience, so she knows. I'm like, but like a year, I totally that didn't even crossed my mind. Like, oh damn, until you brought it up.
Yeah, like I saw I saw the game pop up. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a fun game. And then like it kind of just dawned on me, like, wait a minute, Sunday night football in Cincinnati against the Bills. That's when the light, I was like, oh wow. But I'm a swing off of that. Bengals are back, but can I show some props real quick?
Go ahead.
We're gonna show some props real quick, and then I'm gonna swing it to you because I know you want to talk about your Eagles. Can we talk? I gotta talk about this.
Yeah, cause we running long. We have 51.
I know. I apologize.
We good. We talk about nothing but a whole lot of something.
I want to talk about the Tennessee Titans for a second.
Them jerseys cold. Them jerseys was hard.
Them jerseys was cold. They cold, but it's not the jerseys I want to talk about.
What you want to talk about, man?
I want to talk about the debut of Will Levis. Mr. Mayonnaise in the coffee, eating the banana with the peel on. That was a thing. Surprisingly enough, that was the thing that he did.
In the coffee.
There's a video of he recorded himself with a couple.
First of all, I need to know the reason behind the mayonnaise in the coffee.
I don't know the reason why, but
what happened to Coffee Mate? Coffee Mate has a lot of good flavor. They got a what is it? A brown butter chocolate chip cookie Coffee Mate, which is delicious. I made.
I've never heard that one before. But
they got a cinnamon toast crunch Coffee Mate, which is delicious. Cat Daddy, you ain't.
Hold on now, you about to put me on something.
Cat Daddy, they got all kinds of tasty coffee made, but mayonnaise.
I don't know if it was a stunt. I don't know what it was, but like
this can't be a flex. But continue.
I don't know if it was a flex, but we're just gonna leave it at that. But anyway, Will Levis, if you remember draft night, he was in Kansas City for the draft. There was talk that he might go first round. He ends up missing the first round. He goes first pick of the second round, pick number 33 to the Tennessee Titans, right? And if you remember him, he had that girlfriend of his with the red dress, and she was kind of looking away, like she wasn't very interested or whatever.
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Then word got out that they broke up and yada, yada. Well, Will Levis was actually on the practice squad because Malik Willis, another young quarterback who was picked by the Titans, was actually, he won the backup job behind Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill suffers a high ankle sprain. And then Coach Vrabel decides that he's going to alternate between Levis and Malik Willis, right? He's going to alternate the two. Will Levis starts the game out, and then Willis comes in, and then Levis takes over from that point on.
Right.
Will Levis, in his first NFL game, 19 of 29, 238 yards.
Good Lord.
Look up here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them things.
4 of them tubs?
4 of them tuds. 4 tutties. 3 of them things. 3 of them things went to number 10 himself, DeAndre Hopkins.
He just doing what he want to do, huh?
Oh, yeah. And Will Levis had a 130.5 rating.
Bad man right there.
Now, look, Mike Vrabel, the coach, has already said that come this Thursday for the game against the Steelers, Levis is starting.
I mean,
and this is my thing. This is why I want to shout out Will Levis, because after the whole draft thing had happened, right?
Right.
I said that Will Levis was going to shock the world. I felt like this kid right here was going to have the opportunity to put his name on the map, and he was going to take off and run with it.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing flag football after church. Didn't know that the games were going on. I got back home, started watching my Bengals take on the Niners, and I was looking at the scores, and I saw a few posts on Twitter talking about Will Levis in his debut, and I looked at the highlights. Hell, I even watched the game yesterday. I watched the replay. When I tell you Will Levis looked comfortable in the pocket, he looked the part. Like, he looked like that offense for Tennessee was running a lot smoother than what it was running with Ryan Tannehill.
Packages, keep talking. My packages came through the door.
Ooh, uh-oh. You about to do an unboxing?
Maybe.
Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like the man going to be unboxing some things. So we'll see how it play out. See, I don't know what to do when my partner just up and like skips away for a second. But we're going to talk about Will Levis still. And I'm going to say this, man. I'm happy for the kid. I'm happy for Will. I'm happy to see him, shine in his debut the way that he did. Just seeing him and, the every time he would get a touchdown pass, the camera would pan off into where his family was sitting at and them celebrating. And then right after, you see him celebrating with the family after the game. Like, it was awesome to see. I'm happy for Will. I think he's going to be a fantastic quarterback. I think Tennessee Titans may have their guy, but we will see a lot more of that. We'll see how all that shakes out as the season goes.
But send us home, man. We ain't gonna talk Eagles We ain't gonna talk Eagles.
We ain't.
No. I'll tell you why after we get done. But go ahead. Send us home.
We. Oh my gosh, dude! I felt like I did all the talking today, but it's okay though. Why? Because we talked about some good heartfelt moments in this thing. We talked about some Bengals ball. We ain't got to worry about his team because they're like so dang good and like they're just like unstoppable right now. You can't stop the tush push. It's unfair. Like, now they're scheming up the tush push even like to where there's a fake going on.
Oh yeah, they like, yeah, we gonna fake y'all out. But like always,
that's not fair.
Hey.
I will still say it's not fair. I'm gonna stand outside the NFL headquarters with a picket sign with some protesters. Be like, ban the tush push.
Oh no, we out here. But like always, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your host, JunesEightyEIght.
West Side is Izzy, Mr. Fantastic. Bengals back.
And Bengals back, Eagles in this thing. Like always, thank you for tuning in. Comment, like, subscribe, and we are out of here.
Woo!